Anton and Masha grew up in one small town where everyone knew each other. Anton was a quiet and shy boy who preferred to spend his time with books and computers. His father was an engineer and his mother a teacher, and Anton inherited from them a love of science and knowledge. Masha, on the other hand, was the complete opposite of Anton. She was cheerful, sociable, and always surrounded by friends. Her parents worked at the local hospital. Her father was a doctor and her mother was a nurse. Since childhood, Masha dreamed of becoming a doctor to help people like her parents. Their paths crossed in middle school. Masha was an active participant in school events, and Anton often helped with technical aspects from setting up the sound to creating presentations. It was at one such event that they first really got to know each other. It was at a school concert where Masha was supposed to sing a solo. Anton was in charge of sound and lights. Backstage, Masha was nervous, and Anton, seeing this, offered her a glass of water and tried to cheer her up. "Do not worry," he said, slightly embarrassed. "You'll do a great job. You have an amazing voice." Masha smiled back at him, feeling a little calmer. "Thank you, Anton. I'll try not to let you down." From then on, they began to talk often. First about school events and then outside of school. Anton helped Masha with her studies, especially with math and physics, and Masha, in turn, brought joy and fun into his life. After graduating from high school, their paths diverged. Masha went to medical university in a major city, and Anton went to a technical university, also in the capital. They kept in touch, but their studies and new acquaintances gradually distanced them from each other. Masha was absorbed in her studies and internships at the hospital. Her days were filled with lectures, practicals, and night duty. She quickly gained the respect of her colleagues for her hard work and determination. Anton, in turn, became interested in programming and started working on a startup with his friends. They developed an app that helped students organize study materials and prepare for exams. This app quickly gained popularity, and Anton's company started attracting investors. A few years later, Masha and Anton met by chance at one of the student conferences. Masha was presenting her research paper on cardiology, and Anton was presenting a new update of his app. After the presentations, they crossed paths in the conference hallway. Masha was surprised to see a familiar face. "Anton, are you here?" she exclaimed with a smile. "Masha, how glad I am to see you," he answered, not hiding his joy. They went to the cafe and talked for a long time, remembering their school years and telling each other about their achievements and plans. Anton was delighted with Masha's success in medicine, and Masha was delighted with the way Anton was able to turn his idea into a successful business. After this meeting, they began to communicate again. Despite being busy, they found time to meet and socialize. Masha often helped Anton with the medical aspects of his app, and Anton with technical issues related to her research. Their friendship grew stronger and stronger, and soon they realized that there was something more between them. They started dating, and their relationship quickly grew into something serious. Masha and Anton decided to move in together and rented a small but cozy apartment in the city center. They made repairs together, chose furniture, and created their own cozy corner. Joint life brought them a lot of joy, but also required adaptation and the ability to find compromises. Masha often worked night shifts at the hospital, while Anton worked late at the office, developing his app and expanding his business. They supported each other despite all the difficulties and challenges. One day, Masha had a difficult case at work. A patient she had been treating for a long time passed away, and it was a huge blow to her. She returned home feeling devastated and helpless. Anton saw her condition and immediately realized that something serious had happened. "Masha, what happened?" he asked, hugging her. Masha cried, and Anton, without saying a word, just held her in his arms. They spent the entire evening together, and Anton helped Masha deal with her pain by just being there for her. Another time, Anton faced serious problems at work. one of the main investors decided to withdraw from the project, and this jeopardized the whole company. Anton was on the verge of despair, but Masha supported him by helping him find new solutions and contacts. After a few years, Masha and Anton realized that they were ready for a new stage in their lives. They decided to get married. The wedding was small, but very warm and sincere. They invited only the closest friends and relatives. After the wedding, they began to think about children. Masha got pregnant, and the expectation of a child became for them the most joyful and exciting period. Anton was there every step of the way, supporting Masha and preparing for the role of a father. The birth of their firstborn was a true miracle. A baby boy they named Maxim was born into the world. Masha and Anton were overwhelmed with happiness looking at their newborn son. The first months of Maxim's life were full of joys and difficulties. Lisa and Anton were learning how to be parents, take care of their son, and find a balance between work and family life. Despite the fatigue and sleepless nights, they were happy. Life continued to throw them challenges. One day, Anton faced serious problems at work. A competitor released a similar app, and his company started losing customers. Anton was on the verge of despair, but Masha supported him, helping him find new solutions and ideas. Masha, in turn, faced professional challenges. Her management was planning to close the department she worked in. This would mean that she would have to look for a new job or even move to another city. Anton supported Masha, helping her to find a way out of the situation. They always supported each other, found strength to cope with difficulties, and solved any problems together. Their love and mutual understanding only grew stronger, despite all their trials. After much thought and discussion, Masha and Anton decided to move to another city where they had better prospects for their career and development. It was a difficult decision, but they realized that it would give them new opportunities. The move was not easy, but they managed it together. They found a new home, furnished it, and started a new life. Anton found investors for his startup, and his company started to grow again. Masha got a job at a prestigious clinic and continued her research. Their new life brought them much joy and accomplishments. Maxim grew up in love and care. Surrounded by his parents' attention, Anton continued to develop his business, and his company became one of the market leaders. Masha made important discoveries in her field and was recognized by her colleagues. They learned to find a balance between work and family life, spent a lot of time together, traveled, and enjoyed every moment. Years passed and Masha and Anton grew old. They became grandparents, surrounded by grandchildren and children.